Welcome to this course, and for this course we're going to learn on how to use CapCut software or application. So CapCut is a video editing software that is found on Android and iOS devices, meaning you can be able to download this application on your Play Store or App Store. With this app, we will learn all the video editing features that are available in this software and see how we can be able to create amazing videos. So these videos, we can use them for either our social media platforms. So it can be either your TikTok, YouTube, as well as your Instagram, or we can just create videos for fun, for the fun of it. So throughout this course, we're going to go in depth on how we can be able to use this platform for our benefits. So throughout the course, I'll be talking about how we can be able to use different features in CapCut as well. So I hope you enjoy the videos. Thank you. Welcome to this first video, and in this video we're going to see on how we can be able to install CapCut into our mobile device. So if you're using an iPhone, you have to go to the App Store. If you're using an Android phone, you have to go to the Play Store. So right now I'm using an iPhone. You just have to go to the App Store and you click on the App Store. Automatically it should bring you straight to the App Store. If you cannot find the App Store, you can always search for it in the search bar that you have in your phone. You can just type App Store, search, and automatically it should open up the App Store. So once you're in the App Store, you go to the search button at the end. Once you're there, you just type CapCut and search. Once you do that, it should bring you to all the video editing software that's similar to CapCut, but CapCut should be the first option. So once you find CapCut, you can always click on Get, but since I already downloaded it, you can see the cloud, so I already have it. So once you click on Get, and automatically you should start downloading all of your video editing software into your mobile device. So once it starts installing, you have to wait for the whole process to download the whole video editing software. But then if you don't want to use the App Store, you can always use your web browser. In this case, I'm using Safari. So you can just go to your web browser and then type CapCut, and automatically you should see all the options that it can allow you to download. You can just click on the App Store feature and it should bring you straight to the App Store. And now you can see we're downloading the CapCut video editing software. So right now, you just have to wait for the whole process of installing the whole video editing software. So if you're using an Android phone, you just have to go to the Play Store, which you'll see eventually. You have to go to the Play Store and then you type CapCut in the Play Store and search. Same process, you see CapCut appear. Once it appears, just click on install and automatically starts installing the whole application into our mobile device. So as you can see right here, we're waiting for it to finish downloading. So once downloading is complete, you just have to click on open and it should launch the app into your phone as well. So right now, as you can see, the downloading is almost complete. Now it's installing into our mobile device. So once the installing is done, you just have to click on open and automatically launches the app on our phone. So once you click on open, you just have to accept the terms and services. You just have to click on accept, and same process in the iPhone as well. So you can see right now the installation is complete. You just have to click on open, same process, open, you go to it launches you to the app, you accept on the terms and services, and this is how you install the app into your mobile device. Thank you very much. Welcome to this video, and for this video we're going to look at the CapCut user interface. So in the previous video, we did see on how we're able to install CapCut using the App Store or the Play Store. You can see those very easy steps. Just go to your App Store or Play Store, type CapCut, and go ahead and install CapCut into your mobile device. So by now you should have CapCut installed into your device. So just go ahead and launch the app. So you just click on CapCut wherever it's located, you launch it. So now you can see we're in the CapCut main page. So once you launch CapCut, this should be the view that you see. So this view down here, this is where all your projects that you're working with, this is where all the projects are saved. So this is the edit button that we have, the pair of scissors on the left, that's the edit button. So besides the edit, which is also the main button, We also have templates. So these templates, we have different types of templates, and these templates are based on TikTok videos. So these templates work hand in hand with TikTok. So basically, you can just go ahead and look for a template that you want. There are different types of templates. We have a beat, there's lyrics, there's fun, we have animation, we have vlog, we have special day. So special day can be a birthday, Mother's Day, Father's Day. You can just create one for your friend or your family member, or even for yourself. So these are all the templates we have. You can also search for different templates. So for example, you can search for dance type of templates, or you can search for vlog templates, which we already saw that we had vlog templates actually right here. So whatever template you have, just go ahead and click on the template, and then you should be able to have a preview of how the template looks like. So if you like it, just go ahead and edit it out. So for example, let's try to choose one template. So let me just go ahead and reload this. So every time you reload, new templates pop up every time. So I'll just go ahead and let's say look at this one. So I've seen that this is a template, so I just go ahead and use template, and then we can just add, for example, pictures. I only have a couple of pictures that are available right here. So just go ahead and select the pictures that I have, and then go ahead and preview that. So you can see that this is a preview of all the pictures that I had, and this is from the template that we just chose. So you can go ahead and edit, so by replacing any picture that you want, or if you like the way how the video came out, you can just go ahead and export. So exporting, you can save this into your mobile device, or you can save it and share it to TikTok. And right here where there's a 180p, you can go ahead and change the resolution from 1080p. You can change it to 720 or 480, but I'd advise you guys not to change anything, just leave it the way it is right here. So if you like it, just export, share it to TikTok, or you can save it to your mobile device. So I'll just go ahead and close this right here, and then so there are different templates. Just go ahead and select them. So there are a lot of templates actually that you can take days just for you to go through the templates. So besides the template, we have inbox. So basically inbox, you can just create you can sign in with your Facebook, Apple, or even your Google. You can sign in with that in CapCut. And then me at the end right here, this is where your profile would appear. So this is basically for you to be able to upload. You can create templates in CapCut, and you can be able to share them right here. So as you can see, these are templates that are created by different people, and here you can also see the following. So you can have people who are following you, and you can also see people who liked your templates that you created, or your views. You can see right here, these templates actually have views and liking that they have. So you can go ahead and do that. But then for this video, we're just going to look at the video editing part, not the template part. So I'll go back to the editing main page. So besides this, on the top right corner right here, we have also certain features. So the first one here that we have is the feature overview. So this is basically all the features that are available in CapCut. So we have split and sort, we have effects, curve, we have overlay, we have chroma key, transitions, we have keyframe, and we have auto caption. So we'll look into this in details as we progress to the videos. And then you can also go ahead and create and edit your videos by creating on try edit a video, and then you can go ahead and choose a picture and you go straight to editing. But I haven't finished the user interface yet. And the last button that we have here is the settings. So this one, you can change the language, you can go to the terms of service, that's privacy policy. You can also see the version of CapCut that you're using for now, and the language, you can change that, all sorts of languages that you can go ahead and select. So I just go back right here, and then for us to create a project or go straight into the video editing part, you can just go ahead and click on new project, and then automatically it has to take you to your gallery of everything that you have. It can be from a video to photos that are available in your phone. So you can just select any one of those. So in this case, I just select a stock video. So stock videos, these are videos that are made by by CapCut. Sorry, I had to say TikTok, by CapCut. So these you can see these are just 2-second, 3-second videos that are created. This is just for you to give you a head start in the editing part. So I just go ahead and select white background, for example. So I'll select this and I'll just create add. So once you click on add, you can see that the background is moved to the work plane. So this is the CapCut workspace. So as you can see on the bottom right here, we have the edit feature. We'll look into details as we progress through the videos. So there's all sorts of features in the edit feature, mostly the split. We have the animation, delete, removal of background, we have style, we have edit. You can rotate this, crop it. You can add filters. There are different types of filters we can be able to use. You can add filters, and then we can adjust the opacity of these filters available, and then we can select them. I'll just go ahead and click on the none. And then we have mask. This is used for video transitioning. We'll look into that as we go through the transitioning video. We have replace. You can always replace the video that you have or the photo that you have. The opacity, this is the visibility of your image or background that you have. And then you can copy. Go ahead and delete this other part. So you have copy, and then yeah, that's it. But then this is a picture. So if you have a video, there'll be certain features that will be available as well. So it can be the volume, the speed, and also you can be able to extract an audio from the video that you have. So we also have audio. So audio, you can either click on add audio on the workspace that we have right here. You can go ahead and add audio, or you can click on audio on the bottom. So you can have sounds. You have different types of sounds that we'll look at when you start adding audio. There's a lot of sounds. There's actually quite a lot of sounds that are available, and there's also different categories that we have for sounds. Is fresh, healing, travel, vlog, warm. We have beat, love, rock, and youth with you. So you can be able to click the category that you're looking into. So there's certain sounds for different categories, and then you can always be able to extract the sound from a video. So just go ahead to your sounds and you can extract the sound from a video, or you can get sounds from your mobile device. So here you can search all the sounds that you have, and you should be able sorry, let me go back. You should be able to use that as well. So we have effects. There's different effects. There's fighting, there's food, ambience, animals. There's all sorts of I keep on closing. There's all sorts of sound effects for different types of things. You can use these for maybe your videos. Most especially, you can use, let's say, laughing. If maybe you want people to laugh, you can just go ahead and click on the sound and you should be able to use that. Extracted, this is extracting audio from your sound, and also you can do voiceovers. You can just hold to record. So you just hold this and then you record your voiceover, and then you should be able to hear your voiceover. So we have text. This is just adding text, and then you can choose text templates that we'll be able to see later on when you start adding text to our videos. We have auto caption. This is basically just to create an auto caption of your audio. And then we have stickers. These are just random stickers. It can be emojis. There's also a lot of stickers available for us to use. Besides this, the text, we have stickers as well. Here we looked into the stickers. And then we have overlay. So overlay is basically just adding a video on top of another video or photo. So mostly this can be for reaction videos. If you're doing a reaction video, you can always add maybe a video of yourself on the upper corner, on the bottom corner, anywhere that you want to place it. So just go ahead and add overlay, and then you should be able to select, let's say, a photo. You can add it right here. You should see it's actually very easy. So go ahead and delete this. So we have effects, video effects, facial effects that we can be able to use. There's actually quite a lot of stuff in CapCut that makes it easier for us to work with. And these are the filters. We already looked at the filters that we can be able to use. We'll see these later on as we progress. We can also adjust the brightness, the contrast, exposure, temperature. We can fade. We can also add grains to the video or to the photo that we have. And format, these are the different screens that we have. So you can see we have different types of screens that are available for us to use. So just go ahead to fit and go back. And then canvas, we can basically add color, or you can add color to your background if you want to. You can change this. Since it's a white background, we won't be able to see much. And then we can always blur certain parts out. For example, faces, if you want to blur them out, you can always use that. And adjust, as I said, you can adjust the shadow, the temperature, You can add grains, you can always change the brightness. You can see you can change the brightness or even the contrast. So I'll just go ahead and delete this. So besides all these features, we also have here, we can always, in the workspace right here where I'm dragging, we have the mute. So here you can always mute your audio. So for example, you can add a video that has audio, you can always click on this. You can mute the audio that you have. And this is for us to add a cover for our video, so it can be different, all sorts of covers of basically of what we're trying to do with the video. And this is a workspace, so this is where we have all the videos that photos that we have that are mostly placed, and they are mostly placed here. So you can go ahead, you can drag this if you want to expand. And down here we have add audio, and besides the add audio, we have a plus sign at the end. This is for us to be able to add the videos and the photos. And above this, we have the time. On the left side, we have the time, so the duration of this is 5 seconds. And on the middle, you can play a video. And right here we have the undo and redo button. So this is undo, the other one is redo. And this right here, the square with the 2 arrows pointing upwards, that's full size, so we can be able to view our video in full size. So you can see, because the screening of the video, the format of the screen of our video is very big, that's why when you go to view, you can see that the screen is the other direction. So you can change the format to 9:16. You can see if you press this, you can see that the video is in a portrait format. So you can see you can play the video in a portrait format. So just go ahead and exit this. So besides this, we also have resolution on top. So if you go to the top right here, you can see there's 1080p. If you click on that, you can change the resolution and also the frame rate. Usually I put it at 30 frames per second. I'll just leave it right there. You can always change it to HDR video. You can always turn that on, but I wouldn't do that. So just go ahead and leave it like that. And then on the right, we have the export. So this is for us to export the video. You can share it on TikTok or all social media platforms that you have. You can always go to more. There's more. You can always share it to more social media platforms that you have, or you can send it to email to your friend. But once you click on the export, the video automatically saves into your mobile device. So once you click on this and then you should press done, it closes this. So once you're done, you can just go ahead and click on the X, and automatically your project is saved into the CapCut. So as you can see, this is the project we're working with. So that's all for the user interface, but there's actually quite a lot in the user interface. So we'll see later on as we progress to the video. I just wanted to give you guys on how CapCut looks like and all the features that are available. These are just the basic features, but later on when we go through editing of the videos, we'll see in detail how we can be able to add filters, effects, we can be able to add transitions, we can add overlay. We'll see how we can be able to do that. So thank you very much. Welcome to this video, and in this video we're going to learn on how we can be able to add videos and photos into our CapCut video editing software. So in the previous video, we did look at all the templates. So we did look at all the user interface that we have. So we looked at the template, we looked at all the different templates that we have and how we can be able to edit in the template. We looked at the inbox. So in this case, I say you have to sign up using your Facebook or your Apple, or it can also be your Google account. You can also, we also looked at the feature overview. We looked at all the features that are offered. We also looked at the settings where you can be able to change the language. You can also look into the terms of service if you want to, the privacy policy, and also you can see the version of CapCut that we're currently using. So we went ahead and created a new project. So this is the project that's saved from the last video. Remember, we just added a white background that we got. So I'll just go ahead and open this project. So to open this project, you can just go ahead and left click on the icon that you see. So just go ahead and click this. So this is a project that we're working with. So in the previous video, we did look at the edit, the audio, the text. We looked at the stickers, the overlay, and the effects. We also looked at the filters and the different formats that we have for the different screens. And also we looked at the canvas where we can be able to change the background that we have, and we can also change the color, and we can add a blur to to the video or the image that we have. We also looked at the adjusting feature, where we can be able to adjust the brightness, contrast, the temperature to our liking. And we also looked at the mute and unmute for us to be able to mute off all the sounds that we have for our videos and sounds. And also we looked at the cover, like we can add a cover for us for our videos, so we can add the cover that we want. And we also seen the duration right here on the left. This is the duration of the video. We looked at the play, undo, redo feature. We looked at the view feature, so this enables us to view the project that we have. And we also looked at the resolution up here, how we can change the resolution, change it around. And also looked at the exporting feature at the end. So in this video, we're going to see on how we can be able to add images into our workspace. So this is the workspace that we have. So in this case, we only have a white background. So let's say I want to add the images that I have. So for us to be able to add the images, as I said in the user interface, you just click on the plus sign at the end. So in this plus sign, you can either add the stock videos that you have. So these are the videos that are made by CapCut, or we can go into the videos that we have. So these are the images and the videos that we have from our mobile gallery or photo album. So we have the videos and the photos that we have. So I just go ahead, you can just go ahead and select all the photos that you want. Just click on the photo and then you can just go ahead and add. So you see, just click on it and add, or I'll just go ahead and delete this. Or you can just click on the add button. You can click on the plus button or the add button, and you can just select multiple. You can see you can always select multiple images and videos. You can click on the image to have a full view of the image, or you can just go ahead and click on this. So I'll add the images and I'll also add a few videos. Let me add these. So you can see I've added 6 items. So I just go ahead and add, and automatically all of them are added into our workspace. So we can always drag by pinching our 2 fingers. We can always drag these down to have a full view of all the images and photos that we have. And then if you want to move these photos around, you can always click with your thumb or with your finger. You can always just click on that specific image or video that you have, and then you can just click on it, just press down on it, and then you can be able to move it around. You can see right now I can be able to move around this waterfall video that I have. So now the video is in the front, and then you can always pinch with your finger to zoom in, and also you can just press down to move this around. So that's how easy it is. So for us to add a video or a photo, just click on the plus sign. You just select the video or the image that you're trying to add, and then you just click on add, and automatically you should be able to add the video into your workspace. So you can also trim this. You can click let's say for example a video, you can click on the video. You can always be able to trim the video right here if you want to. You can trim this. We'll look into this feature later on. You can trim the section that you want, or instead of doing this, you can just go ahead to the video, and you can see the video has some white bars. You can see there's a white bar here in the front. So you can always be able to trim this if you want to, or you can trim it like this if you want to the duration that you want. So you can see within the video there's a timing right here. You can see it within the video. There's a timer right there. You can see how long you want to extend this for. And because of the orientation of our screen, that's why you can see that there's a video in the background. So I just go ahead and edit, and just go ahead to change the screen format. So just go ahead to format, and format should be right here, and then we can just go ahead to fit, to make sure that all the videos fit in one section as well. So that's it for this video. So you can see the process is easy. Just click on the plus sign, select the video you're trying to add, and automatically the video is added into our workspace. So you can see that once we click, for example, on this video, you can see that the editing feature now has changed. You can see now we have speed. We'll see on how we can be able to change the speed later on. The volume, you can always add the volume if you want to. You can add the sound or you can go ahead and remove the sound. So we'll see on how we can be able to do that later on when we start to combine everything together. But this is basically a simple step on how we can be able to add videos as well as photos into our workspace. So thank you very much. Welcome to this video, and for this video we're going to see on how we can be able to add transitions between one video to the next or one photo to the next. So in the previous video we did see on how we're able to add photos and images to our workspace in CapCut. So you can either add the photos immediately by creating a new project. You can always select all the photos that you're trying to have in your project to make it easier, or you can also select them within the workspace itself. So I just click on one of the images that I have. I just add it to the workspace. So you can see I've added this image to the workspace. So we can always go ahead and add different photos or videos. So you can just click on this add button at the end of the workspace. You can see this workspace is a plus sign at the end. So just click on that and automatically it should bring you to the photos and the videos that you have, as well as the stock videos that are created by CapCut. So you can use these videos if you want to, but usually we use our personal images and videos for the editing part. So I'll just go ahead and add, for example, this waterfall image, and I'll just go on it and trim it to 5 seconds. Let's trim it to 2 seconds. Okay, 2.1 seconds should be fine. And then we can go ahead and add a different image. So once we add this, you can see this is a waterfall video that we have, and this is a waterfall video that we have. And also we can add, let's say, an image. You can just go ahead and click on this image, just go ahead and add, and you can see now we've added the image to our workspace. So you can go ahead and just long press on either on the image or the video that you want. Just long press and you should be able to move those videos around or the images around. So that's how we move them around. So in this case we add transition to move between one video to the next or one picture to the next. So if I play this, you can see that the image just changes automatically. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So usually we add transition to give that smooth change between one photo to the next, or one video to the next, or a photo to a video. So for us to add a transition, you can see in between these videos there's that line, there's a middle line pointing right here. You can see in the middle here there's a line that's pointing. So just click on that and automatically it shows you the transition. So we have different types of transition. We have camera, we have MG, we have slide transitions, we have effects, we have the mask. We saw the mask in the user interface. So usually the mask works well with the transition. So you can see if you click on the transition, it will show you how the transition would work between your two photos. So you can see if I click on this, it shows you the swirling transition. So you can work with different transitions, see what works well with your video. You can either add transition or not, it depends. Sometimes the transition doesn't work, sometimes it works well, but usually I would advise you guys to add transitions to your video. It makes a smooth change from one image to the next. So you can add just a simple transition. So in this case, for example, let's see, we have the basic. So in the basic, maybe we can choose the dissolve one. So in this case the image dissolves, or you can choose the up. In this case it slides up or it slides down. You can choose, so just choose whatever works for your video. So in this case I'll choose the swirling, and then you can change the duration of the transition. So it can be how long you want the transitions to last. So it can be either you want a slow transition or you want a very quick transition. So you can see if you put at 3 seconds, just a very quick transition. So usually I like to put my transitions slow to show the smooth flow of the video. So you can just change it to maybe 5 seconds should be enough for the transition to work, or 7 seconds should be fine. And then you can apply to all. So meaning apply to all, you can apply that same transition to all your videos, or you can choose different transition for different sets of transition between one photo to the next. So I'll just go ahead and click on the arrow, and then I'll just play the video. So you see if I play this video right here, you can see there's a transition. That's the first transition, and that's the second transition. So you can go ahead and we can also change this second transition to, maybe we can change it to like a slide like this. So you can change the duration maybe to 1 second. So you can see, if I play it from here, you can see the transition between this photo to the video is quite smooth. So you can add as many transition as you want. So meaning if we add more photos to our workspace right here, you can see we can always add different transitions. So you can add, let's say, this white ink, and then we can just change the duration, and then we can also add another one right here. Let's try to add an effect and see. Okay, split 2. Okay, so we've added different transitions. So just go ahead and play and see all the transitions that we have. So we have the first one, and this is the second transition, and this is the third transition, and this is the last transition. So you can add as many transition as you want, or sometimes you can leave certain places without a transition. So if I want to remove this, I just go to none, and automatically it has to remove the transition. So you can see the first one, there'll be a transition, and then the next one, there won't be a transition. It'll just be a switch from one picture to another without a smooth transition. And then you can add, so it depends with the style of the video you're trying to create, but most of the time when I'm creating a video, I do add transitions to make it smooth, or to make the flow of the videos, as sometimes you're adding different concepts in your videos, so you have to add the transition to show the flow, a smooth flow from one location to a different location. So that's all for this video. It's just to showing you guys how to create a transition. So the process is very easy. You just have to click on this white line, choose the transition that you want. There's different types of transitions, so during your free time you can just go ahead and try each transition on its own, see what works well for your videos. So sometimes some transitions might work, sometimes they might not. So you can select from all the types of transition that they have in CapCut, and you can go ahead and choose it for your video. So once you select, you can just click on the duration. Either you want a quick transition, or you want a very smooth transition from one picture to another. So that's all for this video. Thank you very much. Welcome to this video, and for this video we're going to learn on how we can be able to add text to our project. So I'll go ahead to launch CapCut, and then I'll open our previous project that we did, so which is the first one. So open that. So in the previous video, I'll just give a small recap. We did add transitions to our video. So remember, for us to add a transition between a video or between two photos, or a photo and a video, just go to the middle section between two photos or two videos, and then you just click on the midpoint right there, click on that, and it should launch a transition part. So the transitions, we have basic, we have camera, we have MG, we have slides, effects, and we also have masks. So you can just choose the transition that you want. So for example, I choose the blue lines, and then here you can set the duration of your transition. So let's say I just set this to 1 second, and you can have a preview of how your transition is going to look like. So you can either apply to all of your photos or videos, you can apply the same transition to all of them, or you can choose each specific type of transition for your videos. So you can just click on apply to all, and it should tell you that you have applied all the transitions to all the clips. So I'll just go ahead and click on the check button down there, so you can see that all the transitions are now the same. You can see that all the transitions in between these videos are now the same, but it doesn't matter. You can always change. Just click on the transition. You can always change the transition for each one of them. And this last one, you can always change the transition to each one of them. You can always change the transition. It doesn't matter whatever you put. So this is how we're able to add the transition. So just go ahead to the middle of between either a photo or video. You just go to the mid section, and automatically you should be able to add a transition. So just go ahead here. For example, let's add a video. So just go to the add button, go to any video that you want. So for example, this walking in the forest video. So just go ahead, cut it to 1 second, and also let me add the waterfall, and let me trim it to 1 second. So we've added these two, so we've reduced the video is just 1 second for both. So just click on add, and you should see right here that you can add the transition. So let's say we want let's say camera, so you want it to pull out.
Okay, and then this one we also go to camera. I feel like camera has the best transitions because it moves the camera positioning. So let's just say this one moves from left, swipes to the left, should be fine, and then 0.5 seconds is fine. So this is how you're able to add transitions. So for today's video, we're going to see on how we can be able to add text to our project. So for example, we just want to add a text to our project. So I'll go ahead and add a black background to the beginning. So I'll just go ahead here, go to stock videos, choose a black background, and now you can see that I've launched the background. So let's say I just want to say hello in this black background. So for us to add text, you can see on the bottom right here we have text. So just click on that. So you click on text and automatically it launches the text features that we have. So we have add text. So this is where we type the text we want. So we can say hello, and then you can see we have corners. You can see we have a square shape for our I'd say rectangle shape for our hello. So you can drag, you can just hold on the bottom side, you can be able to drag, or you can also be able to rotate with your finger. So I just put it on the center, right hand rotation to 0. So this is the text that we have, hello. And then within the text, if you see, once you launch the text, you can see now we have different features down here. So we have the split function. This split function allows us to break the text into 2 parts. So let's say I want to break this, just click on split. You can see that the text has been broken down into 2 separate texts. So I'll just go ahead and leave it there. And then we have copy. So this copies the text. You can see we have the copy of the text right at the bottom. I'll just go ahead and delete this. And then we have style. So in the style, this is where you have all the different styles that you can be able to have for your text. So you can be able to change the text format right here, the font of your text. So you can change it to either italic, or you can change it to Vogue if you want to. So in this case, I just change it to italic. And then right on the bottom here, you can see you can change your text color. You can see right here, you can change your text color, or this is the text effect. You can see right here, you can just choose whatever font you like or whatever text effect you want. So I just go ahead and choose this black and white. So meaning the boundaries are white and then the shade is black in the inside of the text. And right here you can pick the color of your text. So you can see you can change the color of the text that you want. So on the bottom here you can change the color. So you can go ahead and change the background. You can see this background. We can change the stroke color. You can see right here. You can change the shadow color of our text. You can also change the spacing. So here you can align, you can move it to the right if you want to. If you have a lot of text, you can actually do this. And then here you can space your characters, so you can see how much spacing you want for your characters. And here is for the lines, on how much you want the border lines to be, but it won't be effective in this case because this rectangle is very small. So besides that, you can always change your text into bold. So here you can change it into bold or italic if you want to, or you can also underline your text. So this is the feature that we have down here. So I just go ahead to color, and then here you can see you can change the opacity of the color that we have. So I'll go ahead to change the inside color to black, and then let me remove the shadow, remove the background, remove this. The stroke should be white. Remove the shadow if there was any, and the spacing to centered. And okay, this should be fine. Okay, yeah, we'll just make it bold. Okay, so this is how you change the style. So besides the style, we also have effects. So these are different effects that you can have. So there's different types of artwork. You can see right here, it's kind of similar to this, but you can see this only affects the text itself. What this effect is the art for the whole text. You can see right here, if you click on this, it changes the effect of your whole text. So you can just choose whatever artwork you want, whatever artwork you like, and then you can use that for your video. So I just go ahead and choose any one of these. So there's actually quite a lot of art. As you can see, there's quite a lot of art that I'm scrolling through. So just pick one that you like, or if you don't want, you can just leave the effect. So you can just go ahead to undo the error, and then or undo the whatever style you had, and then we just go ahead and choose. So we chose italic, and then we chose this text effect. So besides the effect, we also have bubble. So bubble, it creates like a bubble of your text. So you can see there's different types of bubbles. So you can use this for, let's say you want to add a speech, and then you can just, using your thumb, you can just pinch in to reduce the size, or you can pinch out to increase the size. So you can see right here, that's the effect. So there are different types of bubbles you can be able to use. There are different types. So you can see there's quite a lot of bubbles you can use for your text. So I'll just choose one bubble for now. So let's say I'll choose this bubble for now. Just choose the hello. And then animation, you can always choose an animation. So I've been working with animation. This is similar to the transition, but this is different. This is animation. So it shows what animation it has to play once your text is in effect. So you can choose the in animation. We have out animation up here. We have the loop. So this animation keeps on looping. So the in animation, meaning that your text moves inwards. So if you click on, let's say, blur, you can see it just blurs, or you can wave in, and then right down here you can see you can increase the duration of your text. So you can see if you put it to 1 second, you can actually see the effect smoothly going on. You can see right here, or you can always increase this to 1.3. There's all sorts of animation you can use for your videos. You can see there's a bouncing effect if you want to. There's quite a lot of animation for the text. So there's also out. So out, you can see it moves in the opposite direction. You can see out is this side, so you can see that the out is in the opposite direction. So you can see if you click on this, your text should be able to move from this side, from the left to right, and then once it goes to the red side, it should be able to play the out effect that we have. So in this case, let's choose the wave out, and then for in, let's choose the wave in. I'm sure it should be waving. Okay, so let's do something like this, and then you should be able to see. Let me play this so you guys should have a view. You can see right here, that's how the text should look like. Let me delete this. So let's just increase the size of this text that we have right here. So you can see if I play this, you can see hello moves in, and then it waves out on the other section. So in the style, that's all we have. So that's all we have for the style. So besides the style, we have the copy, which I talked about. We have text to speech, so you can actually add the text that you want. You can select the text that you want, and then you should be able to hear what the text says.
Hello.
So you can see that the audio is very low for the text, so you can play around with that as well. You can increase the volume if you want to, but that's a text to speech function. You can always remove it if you want to do that. We can just undo to remove the text to speech. So whatever text you type, the text to speech, it reads whatever the text you have. So besides that, we have the delete feature, and then we have effects. We already saw the add effects of our text, and then we have bubble. We already saw the different bubbles. We're already using one right here. And then animation, we already saw the animation that we're doing here. So you can always go ahead, change the duration of the animation. You can always either choose in and out at the same time. You can just want your text to move in, you don't want it to fade out at the same time. You can always do that. So you can just go ahead to out, remove it, and then you can just increase the duration of fade in, and then right here your text just fades in automatically. So what I would advise you guys is to use in for the start of your video. You can use the in for the start of the video, and then at the end of the video, so let's say we want to add by. So I'll just go ahead and choose, I just add the text. I want to choose a background because after this there won't be anything. So I just go ahead to text, and then let's just say by, choose by, and then just choose a selection right here, and then you can see if we move from here, it says by, and you can just increase the size of this, and then we center it. So you can also drag this, and then you can see we have different highlights. So if you see the highlights in the middle, it shows that your text is in the middle, or you can see if the middle section pops out, it shows that now the text is centered. So in this case right here, we can just add style, and then let's say animation. I just want to show you guys the out, so you can just add the out right here, and then you can see now that if you do this, it shows the by. So you see in the beginning you can use the in, and then at the end you can show the out, just to show that your video is coming to an end. So besides that, we also have text templates. So text templates, we have different types of templates that we can use. So I just go ahead and extend the black background that we added. So we have different types of text template that we can use. So we can just go ahead to click the text template. There's quite a lot of templates we can use. There's trending, title, we can always use time if you want to, subtitles, we have message, symbol, we have bubbles, and we have news. So let's say, for example, you can just choose whatever title you want. So let's just choose one of these, and then we can change the text inside it. So we can just say amazing day. So this is the text that we want. You can always increase the size of this by pinching on the corner right here. You can always change the size, and also this feature also works as a rotating function, so you can rotate this if you want. So if you click this, you can always be able to rotate this. So I just go ahead and put it on 0, and I just increase the size, so that should be fine. So this is the text template that we're going to use. So you can see right here, you can always replace. If you click on the text template, you can see you can always replace, you can split, it's the same function. You can copy this, you can add text to speech, and also you can delete. So these are all the features that we have when we add this text template. So if you click on replace, you can always replace the template that you want. And split, it's the same feature right here, it just splits the text into 2 parts. Just go ahead to undo that. And then we have copy, it creates a copy of our text, so I just go ahead to delete that. And also you can add text. So the text right here, you can choose
amazing
an American
day.
male, American
Amazing
female,
day.
or a British
Amazing day.
female voice. So I just click none for now. We're not using any voices for this. So once you're done with this, you can just see right here that, just go ahead to undo this. Okay, so that's all for the template that we chose. So you can see right here, the features are kind of the same, but they're slightly different for the normal text and the template that we choose. So besides the template, we can also do auto captions. So once you click on auto captions, to create the auto caption, you'll turn on the volume. So right here, if you click on that, you should be able to see that your auto caption should be on. So you can just go ahead, continue, you can choose the language, and then you can create captions for you automatically. So let's say if you're speaking, it will analyze your speech and then it will create a caption for you. Usually I don't use auto caption most of the times, but then if you want to use it, you can always add it. It will be a cool feature to have in your video. So besides this, on the under text, you can always be able to add a sticker. So right here, you can see we have different emojis that we can be able to use. So you can see you can add this emoji, the laughing emoji, and then you can add it right at the end. So let's extend the black background still. So you can always add this emoji right here. You can see you can always add the emoji right here. So we can add as many emojis as we want to, and then we can just choose the location or we want to have them. So besides the emoji, we also have different types of stickers that we can be able to use. So let me go back. We have play, there's hot, so there are different types of templates I can use. You can see you can add a timer if you want to, which is really cool, or you can add a loading feature. There's quite a lot of stickers available for us to use, which is really interesting. So you can go ahead, choose all sorts of stickers that you want, and then you can just add them. You can see that the stickers actually stick on top of each other because of the location. So in the stickers, the option that we have is the same. We have split, we have the copy. We can also add an animation for each of the stickers, so you can see that different types of animation. So the same in, out, or you can also loop the animation. It's the same, it's almost similar to the animation that we had for the text. Besides that, you can also mirror your animation, so you can move it. You can see if you click on the laughing emoji, if you mirror it, it flips to the other direction. So it's basically just like creating a reflection of the original. So besides that, we also have the delete. So the delete button is at the end, so you can see right here. So I just go ahead and delete some of these. I just leave one of the emojis on the video. So I just go ahead to reduce this. So you can see for the text, we actually don't have quite much, but then it's really interesting and it's very easy. And similar to the video, you can just click on the text right here, just press on it with your thumb, and you can be able to move your text along the lines. And also we have different layers available for us in the video, only they're not visible, but there are layers. So you can see this emoji, I can move it down here. You can see I can move it at the bottom right here, or I can move it on the other layer down here. So only that the layers are not visible, but then we also have certain layers. So you can see that the video is on top, the text that we added is on the bottom. Similar for the text as for the video as well, you can always move it down if you want to, but for now, since you have a text, so it won't be able to do that. So that's all for this video. So we're able to add different text. So the process is simple. You just go to text, add the amazing text that you have, and then automatically you should be able to see your text appearing on your video. So that's it for this video. So you can see once you leave the text, you can see that the text are not visible no more. You can see that there's a highlight on top right here of each of these frames. You can see it's representing that there's different videos, there's different text on top of this layer that we have of the black background. So if you want to see the text, just go ahead, click on text, and you should be able to see that the text automatically appear right there. So that's all for this video. Thank you very much. Welcome to this video, and for this video we're going to see on how we can be able to add audio into our project. So audio can be in the form of a sound, can be a song, or it can be any effects that we have in CapCut, and also a voiceover. So we'll see how we can be able to add this to our project. So I'll go ahead to open the project that we're working with. So the project is right on top here. So in the previous video, we did see on how we're able to add text into our project. So you can see we added this text into our project. So to give a small recap, for us to add text to a project, the step is very easy. If you remember, you just have to click on text down here. So you just click on text, and then once you do that, you just go ahead, you can either add text, you can type in let me find this nice place where I can add a text. Okay, so we have a waterfall right here. I think I can type in waterfall down here. Okay, so we can go ahead and then we can add text, and then we can just type waterfall, and then we can just reduce the size by pinching in both sides with 2 of our fingers, or you can use one hand and then just pinch it in to reduce the size of the text. So I just go ahead and reduce this waterfall size, and I want to put it down on the corner right here. Okay, so if you remember, once you add the text, remember the text is down here. So this shows all the text that we have. So we should have 5 texts now. So we have 3 that we added here, and then we have 1 more here, and then we have the last one right here. So this is the text that we have. So if you remember, once you highlight on the text by just clicking on the text itself, you can see there's a white boundary at both sides of the text. So the features that appear, there's split. So split, you can split your text into 2 parts, or you can copy the text, so another copy of the text will be created. I'll go ahead to delete this. You can always change the style, so I'll look into the styles later on. Let me just finish through each of these. So we have text speech. So if you remember text speech, this is automated voice that reads whatever text you have. So there's American male, American female, British female. So you can choose a voice if you want the voiceover for your text. So I'll just go ahead and remove the text that I added, the text to speech that I added. And right here we have the delete button. Next we have effects. We'll look into the effects when you go to style. Bubble, we also have bubble in the style, and the last is animation. So we'll see how we can be able to add this. So if you remember, you just go ahead, click on style. You can change the text style that you have. There's quite a lot of fonts that you can use right here, and here is the text effect, or the art effect of our text. You can see when I click on this, let me just move this to the side. When I click on this, you can see that the effects of the text changes. So you can choose whatever effects works for you, or you can remove if you don't want any of the text appearing on your screen. So I'll just go ahead and use this font for now. I'll just increase the size, and then you can always change the background. You can change the shadow, you can change the spacing, you can also change the text format. So it can either be bold, italic, or you can always underline if you want to. So I just go ahead and undo what I just done just now. So I just change back the font to this. I don't want any effects. So besides the style, we have effects. So effects is all the effects that we can apply to our text. You can see whatever effects you can choose. There's quite a lot of effects, so you just choose whatever effects you want. It also works. We have bubble, so these are bubble text. So if you select any of these, you can see a bubble appears around our text. Animation, this is the animation. So I've in, out, loop. So loop, it loops the animation. You can see right here the animation keeps on looping. If you can see, let me just zoom that in for clear view. So you can see the animation loops right here. So we have out, so this is the out video, or the out transition, or the out animation for our text. So we can do blur, and you can see the out animation, it moves from the right side going to the left. So you can see you're dragging it from the left. Well, if you choose an out animation, it moves from the right, it moves from the left going to the right. So you can see right here, you can just choose the animation you want. It can either be both sides, or it can just be an in animation. So besides the text that we have, we also have text templates. So we looked at these templates. There are quite a lot of templates that we can use. So there's quite a lot of templates. So you just select whatever template you want to use, and you can just select it, and then you can just go ahead and you can edit the text if you want to by just clicking inside the text, and it should bring you to the keyboard, and then you can just change to whatever text you want. So in this case, I just type happy, and that's it. So besides the text template, we also have auto caption. So you can automatically add captions to your project. So you just have to click on continue, and automatically CapCut will generate an auto caption for your working. So besides auto caption, we also have stickers. So stickers can be in the form of emojis. We have all the emojis that are offered in the mobile phone. We have different types of stickers that you can be able to use. So whatever sticker you like, you just go ahead, you can just go ahead, click on the sticker. You can see right here, you can just click on the sticker, and then you can just increase the size, rotate, should work the same. So all of these features, you can rotate them. Even the text, you can rotate them to your liking. So that's all we looked at in the previous video. So I'll just go ahead and delete all of these. Let's go ahead and delete all of these, and then let's look into today's video. So for today's video, we're going to see on how we can be able to add audio. So it can be sounds, effects, also voiceover. So to add audio, you can just click on add audio in the workspace here. You can see there's a plus sign with the add audio down there. You can always click this. But if you don't want to do that, you can always add audio down here in the main buttons on the bottom. We have audio right to the left next to edit. There's audio right here. So you can just click on audio, and the things that pop up is the same if you click on audio right here. So it's the same. There's no difference between the two. So just click on audio, and then you go to sounds. So you can see that we have quite a lot of sounds. We have different categories of sounds that have been created for us to make it easier for us to select the sounds that we want to. So we have recommended right here. These are recommended sounds. So these are some of the popular sounds that people use in CapCut. So you can use any one of these. So for you to activate the sound, you can just click on the left side, on the left icon of the song. So for example, the first one, you just click on this. So once you click on that, you can be able to have a preview, or you can be able to listen to the whole song. So besides that, you can always make your song into a favorite by clicking on the star shape. So there's a star shape right here, so you can see added to favorite. If you click on that, you go to favorite, you can see that the song has been added to your favorite. And for you to add the song to your workspace or to your project, you can just go ahead and click on the plus sign at the end. So automatically you can see that the song has been added to our project. So I just go ahead and delete that. I'm still on the sound part. So you can see there's quite a lot of sounds that we have. So besides favorite, we also have your sounds. So your sounds, you can be able to extract the sound from a video. So you can just click on that video, and then you can import sound. So automatically you can see that a sound has been imported, but this video is very silent, so there's no sound in this video. So but then if you have any video that you want to extract the sound from, you can just go ahead, click extract sound from video, choose a video, and then automatically you should be able to extract the sound from the video. So if you want to delete the extracted sound, so you can see all the extracted sounds are saved underneath this part right here. But then if you want to delete it, you can just scroll your thumb to the left side, so you can see it just shows you delete, and then it asks you delete this sound. Just click on delete. So besides extracted, we have sounds from your device, so meaning all the sounds that you have in your mobile device can be found underneath here. I don't have that much sounds in my mobile device, so I only have this one song here. So if you have music in your device, you should be able to find them underneath here. You can always search the sound that you have in your phone, and then you can be able to use that. So besides these, we also have categories that have been given for different sounds. So we have different categories. So we have travel, we have worth minute, we have fresh, healing, warm, vlog, beat, love, youth with you, love lesson, and rock. So you can just choose on whatever sound that you want. So let's say we're creating a travel video, so you can just go ahead and click on travel, and then we should be able to see all the traveling sounds that we want. So there's Home Alone here, so you can have a glimpse of how the audio sounds like, and then you can choose any sort of sound. There's quite a lot of sounds you can see right here. Just have to scroll through and choose the sound that you want. But then I would advise you guys, if you don't like the sounds in CapCut, you can always go ahead to your sound from device, just download songs to your mobile device, and then you can be able to use those in your video. I would recommend that. But then if you don't have any sound, you can always go ahead and use the sounds that are offered in CapCut. There's no problem with using that. So I'll just go ahead and close this. So besides the sound, we have effects. So we have different types of effects. We have performance, there's laughing, there's fight, magic, transition, there's food, ambience, animals, mechanical, and music instruments, traffic, horror, BGM. So we have all sorts of effects. So if you want to add an effect to your video, usually the effects can be, let's say, a laughter effect, or food. Let's say you're showing someone frying something, so you can just be able to add the sound instead of using the normal sound. You can just go ahead. So for example, if you're deep frying something, you just click on deep fry, so you can be able to use that. So similar, you can always make it your favorite, or you can, for you to add it, you just click on the plus sign at the end, and you can see the deep frying audio has been added to our workspace. So besides the effects, we have extracted. So as I said, extracted, this is extracting a sound from a video. So just click on the video that you want, just click select it, import the sound only. You can see import sound only, just click on that, and automatically the sound should be extracted. And the last button we have is a voiceover. So for the voiceover, you just have to hold the microphone icon, just press it down, and then just keep holding it, because once you release it, the voiceover ends right there. So let me just try it and demonstrate to you guys. So I'll try to do it. Hello, welcome to this editing class. So right now I'm demonstrating how you use the recording voiceover feature. So once you're done with the recording, you can just go ahead and click on the arrow. You can see there's actually a check mark on the bottom, so just click on that, and then you can see that right now we have the voiceover. So you can play over to listen to the voiceover. Hello, welcome to this editing class. So right now I'm demonstrating how you use the recording voiceover feature. So you can see that that's the voiceover that I just made. So you can use the voiceover, or you can use a different app to record the voiceover, and then you can import it to the CapCut using the sounds from device. Remember that part. So now let's look at the editing features that we have. So in this case, we have a voiceover available. So just click on the voiceover, and you can see right here, you can always adjust the volume. So you can increase the volume to make the voice. Hello, welcome to this editing class. Or you can make it 0, so meaning there'll be no voice. But then usually I'll just keep it to 100, depending with how loud the work sound is. But usually if the sound is very low, try to increase the volume as much as you can. And also besides the volume, you have fade. So fade, you make the voice fade in, so you make the transitioning the voice into a lower voice, and then the voice gradually increases as you progress. So you see, if I increase this, hello, welcome to this editing. Okay, let me increase the volume. I think it's too low. Okay, so let's try to use the fade in. So you click on fade in. Let's see, let's make it to 2 seconds. You can be able to see the difference. Hello, welcome to this editing class. So right, you can see that if I welcome to this edit, you can see that you can be able to listen to the gradual transition. So the voice goes from low and it increases gradually. So that's a nice effect. Instead of your listeners or the people who are going to watch your video, instead of them starting the video from a loud sound, you can start it from a lower sound and then increase the voice as you progress throughout the voiceover. So you can always have fade out. So fade out comes at the end right here. So in this case, you're phasing out your voice as you progress throughout the video. So you can, hello, welcome to this editing class. So right now I'm demonstrating how you use the recording voiceover feature. You can see that the voice decreases gradually. So this is the use of these two. And then here we have the split function. So you saw the split already. It just splits the audio into 2 separate parts. And then right here we have voice effect. So voice effect, you can change your voice into a chipmunk.
Hello, welcome.
You can make it into voice, high, low, and also distorted. So usually this is just if you're playing around with the audio, it's a final video, you can be able to use these if you want to. But if it's a professional video, I wouldn't advise you guys to use this. So just make sure you stick to the normal voice. And then besides that, we have delete right here. So delete is basically deleting the voiceover that we created. Speed, you can always change the speed of the voice. You can increase it by 5 times. Usually the speed is on 1. Hello. So if you want the speed to increase, hello, welcome to this editing class. So right now I'm demonstrating how to use the recording voiceover feature. Let's say if you want the voice to be slightly faster than the normal, so you can always be able to increase it. So just increase the duration. You can increase it to like 100 times faster. So usually I just go put it back on hello. And then besides that, we have reduced noise. So if you have noise in the background, automatically CapCut will try to remove the excess noise that you have. So we have the copy feature. We've seen this. Copy, create a copy of our voiceover. And then the last feature is the mark out. So mark out, you add a beat into your welcome to this editing into your voiceover. But then usually I usually don't use this feature. I'll just go ahead and remove it. But basically it's just adding a beat into your voiceover. So we've looked at all the features. So I'll just go ahead and delete this, and then let's try to import the sound and see the features that are available. So let's use the sound for our video. So you can see that once you increase the sound, you can see that everything is the same. It's similar to the voiceover. It's just that there are less features compared to the voiceover. So here you can add in the volume. You can increase the volume if you want, or reduce the volume. With your preference. You can add in the fade in effect for the song, so that it fades in slowly, and make it fade out as you progress throughout the video. We have the split function. We have the mark out to add the beat if you want to, but it's already a song, so I wouldn't use this feature. The delete feature, you can increase the speed of the song. We can increase it by 2 times or even 5 times if you want. But usually I would go to like 1. If I want to go faster, I would probably put like 1.5, 2. Sometimes you want to go slightly faster, so you can increase your preference. Besides that, we have reduced noise. In this case, we won't be able to reduce the noise as there's no noise, it's a song. So that's all the features that we have. And then the copy feature at the end, just creating a copy of the song itself. So just go ahead and delete that. So that's for the sound. So we have the same features available for the effect. Let's just use the dip frying effect. So we have the same features. You can see there's a volume, fade, split, reduce noise, copy. We can increase the speed of the dip frying if you want to, and also the last part is a delete. So you can see that in the audio the features are just the same. Only in the voiceover the features change, as you can be able to change your voice, and besides that all the features are the same. So that's all for today's video. So to add an audio, let me just delete this. So to add an audio, you just go ahead, you can either add audio from the workspace, just clicking on add audio, or you can click on audio on the bottom, choose the sound that you want. There's quite a lot of sounds. Select the sound, add it, and right here you have the sound. So you can be able to increase it. You can also be able to reduce the duration of the sound if you want to, or you can use the split feature that we've seen right here. You can just split to the part that you want, and then you can be able to use, let's say you just want to use this middle section, you can just be able to use this part on its own. You can see right here, you can just be able to stick with this part. So look into the split feature later on as we progress the video to see how well we can be able to split the video into our liking. So that's it for today's video. Thank you very much.
Welcome to this video, and in this video we're going to see on how we can be able to use the overlay feature for our project. So in the previous video we did see on how we're able to add audio. So audio, we're able to add sounds in terms of music. We also looked at the effects, how we're able to extract audio from a video, and lastly the voiceover. So for us to add audio, we just click on add audio, and we should be able to see all the features that are under add audio. So you can always add audio either through your project. You can see underneath the clips that we have for our images, you can see underneath we have add audio down there. So you can either click on that, or you can always go to audio down here, click on audio. You should be able to see the same features. So in audio, we did see the sounds. We're able to see all the different sounds that we have. So lucky enough, we have different categories of sounds. So you can just go ahead and choose any category according to what you are specifically doing for your videos. So you can click on travel, for example, and then let's say you want to use this lazy house music. You can just click on it on the left side. And once you like the sound, you can just go ahead and add it to your project. Automatically you should be able to see the sound appearing onto your project. So you can always split it. So let's say you can use the split function to remove this other part right here, so I can be left with this first part since the clip is quite big. So besides the sounds, we looked at the effects. So we have different types of effects that we have in our CapCut. We have performance, laugh, fight, magic. There's all sorts of effects. So you can just click on whatever effects you want to use, and then you can just add the effect to your video. And you can always reduce the duration. Pinching your fingers, you should be able to reduce the duration. You can always reduce the duration, and then that's it. So you can also use the split feature if you want to. And besides the effects, we looked at the extracted. So extracted, you can always extract an audio from a video. So you just click on the video, and automatically you should be able to import the sound of that video. So you can see down below here, this is the sound of that video. And right here at the end is a voiceover. So voiceover, you just press and hold on the microphone, and you should be able to record a voiceover. Hello there. So once you press and hold, you can be able to record your voiceover. So that's all we did in the previous chapter, and we also looked at all the features that came with the sound. So once you click on the sound, you should be able to see at the edit features that we have. So you can be able to increase the volume and reduce the volume to our liking. We can also add a fade in, fade out feature, and also we can split using the split feature when we're deleting this first audio. And you can also reduce noise. You can make a copy, and you can increase the speed of the sound to your liking. And you can lastly delete. I'll just go ahead and undo. You can always delete. So the features are the same for both the extracted audio. Only for the voiceover, the different feature that you'll have is the voice effect. So you can add different effects for your voice. So it can be you're making a parody video, you can always add effects just to make a funny video. So that's all we looked in the audio feature. So for this video, we're going to look at the overlay feature that we have in CapCut. So overlay feature is basically us adding a photo or a video on top of an existing photo or video. So I'll go ahead and show everyone where we can be able to find this feature in CapCut. So overlay feature is down here next to the sticker feature. So you just click on overlay and it should bring you to the overlay feature. So we only have one feature, which is just to add the overlay. So just click on add overlay and this should bring you to your gallery. So you can be able to add all the photos and the videos that you have. So I'll just go ahead to recent, and you can see here we have the videos and the photos that we have, and here we have the live photos that we have. So I'll just go ahead and choose this first photo that we have and add. So you can see once you click on add, you can be able to see that I have added the photo. You can see right here that I have added the photo. So you can always move it around, you can shrink the size, you can be able to rotate it with your fingers, and you can add it to any position that you want. So usually sometimes people use overlay for reaction videos. So let me remove this, let me add a video. So let's trim this to, let's just say 3 seconds, add. So sometimes people use these for reaction videos. So they'll be playing, let's say, a video, and then they'll show their face reactions on the upper corner. So you can use this feature. So let's say you can use this feature and then you can place it right here on top. So meaning when you're playing the, let me move this to this side and let's reduce the size. Okay, so let's say if you're playing this, you can be able to see that the video plays and also the photo is right there. So you can always add as many overlays as you want. So you can add a photo. You can see that we've added a photo right here. We've added this photo right here. So you can add as many overlays as you want. So you can add as many as you'd like. It doesn't limit you. So let's look at the features that we have from the overlay. So let me delete these two at the bottom. Let's first look at the video that we've added. So in the overlay features that we have the split. So we can be able to split this into 2 separate parts. I'll go ahead and undo that. We can always change the speed of our overlay. So this is a normal way. So remember, we can always make it 2 times faster or 5 times faster, or we can make it 100 times faster. But then usually the 100 times, it depends. If the video is quite long, the 100 times faster would work. In this case, this won't work as the video is very short. So if you see, if I go towards 100, it stops at 20, should stop at 27.1. So I'll go ahead and put it on 1 times faster. That's a normal time. And also you can use these features that we have. We have curve, custom. You can always customize the length of your video. You can always add curves to it to add the length of your video. So you can see, if you play this, you should be able to see the different speed. So you can see that it goes, it goes faster and then it delays to go up the graph. So basically this is how this feature works. So there are different types of curves that we have. So you can see that each curve has a certain type of duration. So you can always go ahead and use this if you want to. I'll go ahead and remove this. So besides this, we have the volume. So you can always be able to increase and reduce the sound of your volume. You can always use the splice feature. So the splice feature, sometimes we use overlay to create a certain effect for our, let's say, a photo. So let's say you want to create a shadow effect with the picture that you've added. So you can always be able to use these. We have different types of features. You can see the different splice feature that I add. You can see it shows a certain effect on the video. So sometimes we use these to create a certain effect for our video. So for example, if I was to increase the size of this, you should be able to see, okay, let me increase the size. You should be able to see what I'm talking about. So you can see that when we choose these, you can always see it creates a certain background. So you can see right now, it's basically creating a different background. So sometimes we use this feature to create a certain background for our overlay video or photo. So besides the splice, we can always add animation. So we have in animation, same way. So the in animation is how the overlay video would transition when the video plays. So we have in animation. You can always add the duration. We have out. So out is how the overlay goes out of that frame or that clip. So you can see if I play this, if I choose that, you can see it slides out. So we can always add these two features. We also have combo. These are different features that we have. These are already made by CapCut, so you can always use these. These are a combination of both in and out effects. So I'll go ahead and remove the effects to none. And besides that, we have delete. You can also remove the background. So if you click on this, you should be able to see that there should be an empty video. You can see right now the video is empty. So that's the feature of removing the background. Besides removing the background, you can always change the style. So right now the style won't work as this is a video clip. We don't have any photo or faces in it. And also you can extract audio. We've seen this feature in the audio section. You can always edit. You can mirror this. You can rotate the video if you want to. You can crop it to different types of dimensions that you want. I'll just go ahead and reset that. And you can see right here, you can play around with this feature. Besides the cropping, we have layers. So layers, you can change the layers of each of your let's say overlay. So if you have more than one overlay, you should be able to use this feature. And also you can main track. So main track is basically you're moving this overlay into the main track. So main track is the first clip that we see above this overlay that we've added. So if I click on main track, you can see that the overlay moves above. It doesn't stay below. So you can see right now the overlay is above. So that's the feature that we have. So besides main track, we have filters. So filters, the different types of filters we can be able to use. This is just for us to be able to edit our pictures or videos. And also we can adjust the brightness, contrast, exposure, saturation, sharpness, and temperature. So we can be able to add this to our overlay video if you want to. But just go ahead and undo that. And then we have enhanced feature. So these are basically the same feature that we saw in the edit feature that we have. We have the chrome key, stabilize. So sometimes we have to stabilize the overlay because sometimes they can, let's say we're playing two different videos. So they might be sometimes unstable because they're two separate videos. So sometimes you have to go ahead to make it more stable, and then automatically CapCut will try to stabilize your video as much as possible. So you can see if you click on that, it stabilizes the video as much as possible. So besides the stability or stabilize, we have opacity. So this is the visibility of our overlay video. And also we can add a voice effect to the voice of our overlay. Right now our overlay doesn't have any audio in it, so this won't make any difference. And besides that, we can always be able to reduce the noise. And lastly, last but not least, we can always use the copy feature. We can reverse the audio. So if we reverse, meaning the audio will be playing the other way around from back to front. And lastly, we can freeze. So freeze, for example, if you want the audio to just stop playing, just click on freeze and automatically it splits that section, and you can see the ending right here. It's just frozen. So that's the freeze feature that we have. And that's all in the overlay. So you can add as many overlay as you want. So let's try to create copies of this. Okay, let's create a copy right here, and let's try to move this down. Okay, you can be able to click on this. Okay, so you can see we have more than one overlay. So we can be able to now see the layer. So now you can see we have two layers. So you can see right here we have layer 1, layer 2. So if you have a lot of layers, you can change the order if you want to. So if you click on 2, it moves above. If you click on 1, the other one goes below. But since they're both the same, you won't be able to see the effect. So you can also add a picture if you want to. You can add a picture, and then you can just reduce the duration to the same, and right here. Okay, so you can see right here, if I click on the layers now, you can see that there are 3. It shows all the layers that we have. So right now we have 3 layers. So you can choose which layer you want to, and then you can just go ahead, you can move it around if you wish to do that. So that is all for this video. So in this video we did learn how to create overlays. So usually people use overlays mostly for reaction or to create a certain effect for the background, but most people don't use this feature when they're editing the videos. But you should know how to use this feature. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much. Welcome to this video, and for this video we're going to learn on the split and trim feature. So we've already looked at the split and trim feature. I'm just going to go into details on how we can be able to use these features for different purposes. So I'll go ahead to launch the CapCut app, and I'll open the project we've been working with. So for the trim and for the split and trim feature, they're very easy to go about. So before I go into details with these features, I'll just go ahead and give a overview on what we've done, or a preview of what we've done in the previous video. So in the previous video, we did learn on the overlay feature. So the overlay feature, we're adding a photo or a video on top of an existing photo or a video. So you can add as many overlay picture photos as you want. So for you to activate the overlay feature, you just go ahead to click overlay, and you can be able to add, just click on add overlay, and you should be able to add either a photo or a video. So for example, we can always be able to add this, let's say the shoreline, we can add this video. So just go ahead and click add, and automatically you should see this video appearing on top of your existing photo. So you can see right here, we can just go ahead, you can see this is the overlay that we have for this video. So the video is quite long, so I'll just go ahead and use the trim feature to cut this. So this is the feature we're going to look at later on, but I just want to show you the overlay feature for now. So this is the overlay feature that we have. So in the overlay feature, you can always drag it, move it around to your liking. You can also rotate if you want to, but then usually you can just resize, and then you can position it to any space you want. So sometimes we use overlay to create an effect for the background, for example. So in the overlay feature, we looked at all the features that come with overlay. For example, we looked at the split. We also looked at the speed. We can be able to increase the speed of the video. We also looked at the volume. For the speed, we also looked at the curve, where you can be able to add curves to see the transitioning of your video, to see the transitioning speed of your video. We also looked at the splice. So the splice, this is what I was talking about. We can use overlay for effects. So we're able to see on how we can see right now there's an effect on the overlay that we have added. So if we increase the size of this overlay, we can be able to see it creates a certain effect to the image. You can see right here, it creates a certain effect of the image. So I'll go ahead to make it none, and then let's reduce the size of our overlay. So besides the splice, we can add animation, we can always delete, we can always remove the background if you want to, we can add a style, we can extract an audio from the video if we want to do that, we can always edit, we can mirror, rotate, and also we can be able to crop the overlay feature that we've added. We can always make it to main track. So main track is, we're moving this to the top part, so you can see the top part is called the main track. So we can always be able to move this to the top track. So if you click on main track, you can see that the overlay moves to the top of the video. So now it's no longer an overlay, it's now a normal video. So you can always use that feature sometimes if you want to move the overlay back to the main clips that you have. So besides that, we also looked at filters. We have different types of filters that we'll see these filters in the next video. We'll see how we can be able to use all these different filters that we have. And then adjust feature, you can always adjust the brightness, the contrast, the sharpness, even the temperature. And then also you can use the enhance feature to enhance the body and the face. Only now we don't have a picture, so this feature won't work. We can also use the mask. So we saw the mask when we were doing the transition video. We saw all the cool masks that we created with different transitions, but you can use this. You can create, for example, a star mask. You can see you can create a star mask for your overlay video. And also we looked at the chrome key. So the chrome key right here, we can always, let's say we select the location, and then we can change the intensity. You can see right here, you can change the intensity, or you can add a shadow to the specific video that you have. So I'll go ahead and reset that. Let's go to reset. Okay, so you can also stabilize. So stabilize is a feature that we use to make your video more stable. So if, for example, if you have two videos that are running in between each other, so let's say there's an overlay of two videos, so you can make it more stable as both of the videos are moving. So
to make it more smoother so that people can be able to see your video. So you can just go ahead and drag this to more stable, and automatically you should be able to see that the stabilization is created for your video. So besides that, we looked at the opacity. So this is the visibility of the overlay feature I've added. So looked at the voice effect. We can be able to add different voice effects to the audio of our overlay feature. So just go to none, and you can always reduce your noise. So if there's background noises in your overlay video, you can always go ahead to reduce noise. So automatically CapCut should be able to extract the noise, but usually the effect of this isn't as strong most of the time. So you can see couldn't reduce noise, try later. So most of the time this feature is really hard to get about. And also we looked at the copy. So this is just creating a copy of our overlay feature that we have. And we also looked at the reverse. So reverse, it plays the video in reverse. So it plays from back to front. Instead of going from front to the back of the video, it starts from the back to the front. So you can use this feature if you want to play your video in the other way around. So you can see if you play this, your video is playing in the reverse direction. So that's the feature that we have. And lastly, we have freeze. So freeze, it just freezes the video. So in this case, you can see that the video is playing and then it just freezes. So sometimes you use this feature if you just want to stay still on the certain position, and then you can see at the end it continues to play. You can see at the end it continues to play the video. So sometimes you want to freeze a certain portion of the video to further explain what you're doing, and then you can be able to use this feature. So that's all we looked at in the overlay feature. So you can see it's very easy. Just click on overlay, add the overlay, and then you can be able to position this. You can rotate with your fingers if you want to. It shows you the angle up there, or you can just be able to move it to the location. But then if you're using the overlay for an effect, you can just make it bigger, slightly bigger than the main track image that you have, and then you can just go to splice, add the feature, and then you can have this cool effect with the main photo that you have. So that's all we did in the previous video. So I'll go ahead and start with today's video. So today's video, we're just going to look at the split and trim feature. So for split and trim, I'll just go ahead and add this video to our working space here. So for us to trim a video, we can either trim using the boundary. So you can see in the front of the boundary, we have a highlight showing the front, and we also have a highlight at the end, or a borderline showing the end of the video. So we can drag this with our fingers to reduce the duration of our video. We can either use that. You can see right here when you reduce, you can see there's a timer. It's showing how much time we've reduced from the end. So you can see right now we've reduced it by 1 second. So now this video is in a duration of 1 second. So we can either use this feature, or we can use the split feature. So in the split feature, if you click on the video itself, it shows you the edit features that we have. So you can use the split right here. You just split the position that you wanted. So let's say you want to split this position, you can just split this too, and then you can delete the other ends that you have, and then you can see you can just use this midsection right here. Besides the split feature, you can also trim the video. So in this case, you just click on the video. So you click on the video itself, because if you just click on the video, it automatically highlights the video, showing it that you've added it to the feature that you want to add to the main project. So you click on the video itself, and then you should be able to see it down here on your left. You should be able to see a trim feature. So you can move this around to trim the position that you want your video to be in. So in this case, we're just looking for this midsection here, and you can see it's in the duration of 5 seconds right here. And you just click on it and automatically add it, and then it should add just that middle section that you've added. So this is the feature that we looked at. So this feature works for both audio. You can always be able to split this, and then you can see right here, you can always be able to move this overlay feature. If you go to audio, we should have, let's add an audio. So we'll add the audio just right here. So you can see the audio, same feature. We have the same feature. So the split and trim works for both the audio and all the features that we have. So you can move this to the duration that you want, or you can just go ahead and split the midsection of the song that you want. So you just click on this section, and you should see that you can be able to use just this midsection. So you can be able to move it around to the position that you want the song to play.
So that's all for this video. It's actually not a long video, so just showing you guys how to be able to use these features. So you can use these features, for example, if you just want a certain portion of the video, you can just go ahead and split it into 2 separate locations, and then you can be able to use just that portion of the video that you want to use. Or if you're doing a voiceover, you can cut all the errors that you made for the voiceover, and then you can just delete them, and then just remain with all the errors that you have. So let's say for the voiceover, if I make a mistake, so let's say I'm recording, let's go ahead and record a voiceover, so audio. So let's just say, hello, my name is, so let's say I want to remove the part. So if you play this, hello, so you go ahead to that position that the starts, and you can just go ahead and split that, and my name. So let's move that again. My name. You can just split that, click on the other side of the video, split that, and then we can be able to delete the mid section, and then we can just move this to the end. So if we play this, hello, name is, so you can see how that effect, even though it's not 100% accurate, but then you can see how you can be able to use the split feature for this part. So that's all for this video. Thank you very much. Welcome to this video, and for this video we're going to look at the filters and effects that we have in CapCut. So the filters, you can just go ahead to click on filters. You should be able to see all the different types of filters that we have in CapCut. And you can also look at the different effects. So we have video effects and facial effects. So we'll see how we can be able to apply these to our workspace or to our project. So I'll go ahead to give a recap. In the previous video, we did look at the trim and split feature. So to trim and split, you can always either adjust the boundaries on your right or the left side of the clip that you've uploaded. So you can go ahead and drag this to the timing that you want, or you can also use the split feature by clicking on the clip itself. You should be able to see the features that follow after you click the clip, and you can be able to use the split feature. Just split the video. It can be a video, audio to your liking, and then you can delete the remaining parts, and you can be able to use the small portion that you want to use for your video. And also we can trim our video by clicking on trim right here, and you can actually see the highlight of how much of the video is being imported to CapCut project. So you can always be able to adjust this to the portion that you'd like, but usually I advise you guys to always upload the whole video, and then you should be able to trim it to the position that you want. But if the video is quite big, you can always use this feature, just trim the portion that you want, and then you can always be able to split it further in the editing feature. You can always be able to split it further and then just use a portion of the video that you want to use. So you can always trim this to your liking. So let's say we just want the middle section, so I can just go ahead and drag this to the middle part, and then click on the check mark at the bottom right, and you can just go ahead and add this, and you can see automatically we've added the video to our project. So for this video, we're going to look at the effects and filters. So for the effects, we have video effects. So if you go to video effects, we have all sorts of effects that we can be able to use. So we can use photo crop chalk. So this is a very trending filter or effect for TikTok. So you can always use this filter to your video, and you can see right here we can always adjust the filter. You can adjust the filter intensity if you want to, or you can always replace the effect that you have. You can always make a copy of it. You can make it an object. So object, in this case, you can choose which layer you want the effect to take place. So if let's say we have 4 overlays right here, we can just choose on the specific overlay that we want this specific effect to take place, and the last one is the delete. So you can just adjust, you can always adjust. It's the same method. You can always adjust effect to your liking, and then you can see right here, if you play this, you can see it takes place right here. This is the effect that we have.
So it's very short because the clip is short, but you can always adjust the clip to your liking, and you should be able to move this to the same length. So you should be able to see this to the same length. Okay, so we can always replace. We have all sorts of filters. We have glowing, we have basic. So basic, we have a mirror, portrait, open. We have all sorts of different types of styles that you can be able to use for the effects. We have love, bling. There's all sorts of bling effects that come with the video. You can always add a shadow to your your video. You can always add a party theme if you want to do that. So you can have a photo or a video and then you can add a party theme to it. You can also add a comic effect to your video. So you can see right here, there's an effect that we've chosen. So there's all sorts of effects that you can be able to use. So you just select the effect that suits your video. You should be able to use that type of effect, and you should be able to adjust the effect. So whatever effect you have, you can even style the effect. So you can have a collection of all your favorite effects, and then you can just go to favorite. You should be able to find all the effects that you've liked. So you can go ahead, click on the star to unmark them out of the favorite. So that's all for the video effect. The facial effect, so I'll go ahead to delete this. So the facial effect, from the name, it works with the face. So if you have a picture with faces in it, so for example, a portrait, it can be any picture, you can use these effects to add them. But then for this case, we can use some of these. For example, emotion, you can see that an effect appears on the screen, but then it won't be that effective if you have a picture. If you have a picture, the effect is actually quite strong. So you can always adjust the same way. You can always adjust the length, and then you can play it. You should be able to see the effect showing up on the screen. So we can always replace the effect. There's 3D cartoon makeup. So we have all sorts of 3D cartoon makeup. But in this case, you can just see the background. This is affecting the background in a certain way. You can actually see that the background is changing. So you can always use these effects to your liking. Besides the effects, we have filters. So filters, we have different types of filters. We have live, food, nature, retro. We have black and white filters. We have style. So there are all sorts of filters that we can be able to use. So you can see, you can just choose the filter that you want, and then you should be able to adjust the setting right here. So you can adjust the intensity of that specific filter that you've chosen. So you can go ahead, adjust that. So whatever filter that you find is suitable for your video or your photo, you can go ahead, play around with these filters. You can select which filters you feel like are more comfortable to your video. So sometimes the filters work, sometimes they don't work. So it depends with the video that you're creating. But most of the time you use this just to slightly perfect your video. So let's say we choose this filter, we just make it 75% intense right here, click on it, and then we should be able to move this around so you can see, you can apply it to the whole length of the video. And once you click on the filter, you should be able to delete it. You can see you should be able to delete the filter. So you can choose any filter, it doesn't matter, just choose any filter that you want, adjust the intensity if you want to, or you can always leave it at 100, and then you just choose the specific filter that you want, and then you can always adjust. So if you see, if I play this, you can see now the filter is affected, is in effect, and then now there's no filter. Besides the filter, we can always adjust. So adjust, you can change the brightness. So you see, you can have different settings to adjust to your photos. So you can move this around, change the contrast. Usually the contrast, I'll put it at 0. You can change the contrast, you can change the saturation. So you can actually see that the background of the video is changing. You can see that the saturation is playing in effect. So you can just play around with these, move it around. But usually if you already know different settings of, let's say, different effects or different filters, you can always use these on a picture or a video. You can move this around, you can change the hue, you can change the fade. You can see if you add a fade, a fog, screen appears, so you can add, let's say, a certain amount of fade to your video. So once you're done, you can also add a grain. So once you're done, just click on the check mark on your right, and then you should be able to use this in your video. So you can see now your adjust is in effect. So that's it for this video. So you can see it's actually very easy for us to use these filters. So instead of us editing them in a specific software and then transferring them into CapCut, you can just go ahead, go to filters, choose the specific filter that you want, and then you should be able to adjust the specific intensity. We can also use the overlay to add more effect to our photos and videos to make them look a certain type of way. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much. Welcome to this video, and for this video we're going to look on how we can be able to export a project outside of CapCut. So to export the project outside of CapCut, it's quite very easy. You just have to click on the export. So once you click on export, automatically CapCut saves the project automatically into your mobile device, so you can always be able to use that feature. So for example, let's just go to the project that we have. So this is a project that we currently have. So we've just been working with random text, we've added photos, we've seen overlay feature, we've added audio, we've added transitions. Welcome to my natural video. We've added transitions, we've added voiceovers. You can see right here we've added text, we've added all sorts of transitions. So once you're done with editing out your project, so let's say you want to save it either to your mobile device or you want to send it to a friend just for the fun of it, you can either share it also to social media. So just go ahead, click on the export feature, which is on the upper right corner. So just click on this export feature, just click on it, export, and you should be able to see that it kind of downloads to 100%. So once it finishes exporting to 100%, you can see it says ready to share, save to device, and your projects. So you can be able to share it. You can see right here, you can be able to share it to TikTok. So in the beginning of this videos, I mentioned that mostly people use CapCut for TikTok videos as they work hand in hand with TikTok. So you can see that some of the templates are similar to TikTok videos. So that's why you see that TikTok is the first social media platform that you can be able to export your project. So you can just click on share to TikTok, or you can share it to WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, or you can click on others, and you should be able to, you can send it via email, or you can choose more, you can send it to other types of social media platforms that you have, and then you can be able to share them with your friend. So once you're done, you can either click on done, it exits you out of the editing mode, it exits you out to the project. You can see all the projects that you have, or you can see, I'll just click on the export. So every time you click on the export, it saves to your device again, and then it saves the project altogether. And then you can see right here, this is where we have the ready to share. So let's say once you're done, instead of pressing the done, you can always go back, and then you can be able to adjust certain features that you see they didn't work hand in hand. But after you've pressed the export, you can see that it saves to your photos. So you can see right now it's saved twice. So this is the video that we have created. So you can see the video plays, it's saved into my device. You can see it says today. So this is the whole video that we have. So that's how you export your video in CapCut. So you can either change the resolution if you want to. You can make it to 4K, or usually 1080p should be fine for most devices. So usually you put it to 1080p just in case, let's say if you share it on social media, the resolution might drop, so it shouldn't look that bad. You should just keep it at 1080p, and the frame rate, you can just keep it at 30 frames per second. You can also change it to HDR, but usually just leave that option off unless you are working with an HDR video. You can always turn this feature on, and it also shows you the estimated size of your video. So you can see this file is 74.5 megabytes. So you can actually see that the files made by CapCut are slightly large. So
that's it in the export feature. So later on we'll try to create a tutorial where we can be able to just make a small cool project using the pictures that we've already added. Maybe we can add a storyline to the pictures, add some nice music throughout, add fade in, fade out for the music, and also maybe we can use the filters that we just learned and maybe use 1 or 2 overlays for each of the photos and the videos that we have. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much. Welcome to this video, and for this video I'm going to give a summary on everything that we've learned throughout this course. So in this course we firstly looked at the app installation. So we did learn on how we're able to install the app either using the Play Store or the App Store, and you can use CapCut on all mobile devices that you have. So you can either use it on your mobile phone, you can also use it on iPads and tablets. So we first looked at the user interface of CapCut. So we looked at the edit feature that we have. We also looked at the templates, we looked at the inbox, and we looked at the me feature. So you can always go ahead and create an account for your CapCut. You can always, this will enhance you in the using of templates. So we also looked at all the different templates that we have in CapCut. So we can use all sorts of templates that we want to use. So you click on the template, go ahead, and you can use that template for your use. So besides the template, we also looked at some of the features that are available in CapCut. So we looked at the feature overview. We also looked at the settings. We can go ahead and change the language. We can also look at the terms of services and privacy policy, and we can also see the version of CapCut that we're using. So besides looking at the user interface, we also looked at how we're able to add photos and videos to our CapCut. So to add photos and videos, you can either add them by launching a new project. So you can always go ahead and select the photo that you're going to use for your project. So you can click as many photos or videos as you want, but you can always just click on one photo and you can add them as you progress throughout the editing of your video. So you can just go ahead, add a photo. You can see that the photo is now added to our project, and you can also go ahead, click on the plus sign. You can always add the videos and the photo that you also want to use for your project. So go ahead and add those. You can see they're added to our project. So besides adding the photos and the videos, we also looked at how we're able to add transitions. So to add transition, just go to the middle section between a video and a photo, or between 2 photos or between 2 videos. Just click on that button and you should be able to see all the different types of transitions you can be able to use. So you can click on one transition and you should be able to apply it to or set the duration of your transitions, and you should be able to use this for your videos. So you click on that, you should be able to see we have all the transitions for each of our clips available in the workspace. So besides adding transitions, we also looked at how we're able to add text. So we're able to add all different text that we can be able to use. So you can move around your text, you can rotate your text to your liking, you can also increase the size of your text to be able to use it, and then you can also increase the duration. You can add all sorts of effects to your text to give it more nice look, and you can also be able to split your text to your liking. And we also looked at the text templates. There are all sorts of text templates you can be able to use. We also looked at the stickers. We have all sorts of emojis and stickers that are available in CapCut we can be able to use for different features. You can go ahead, look at all the stickers that you have, and you can play around with the stickers, and you should be able to find some really nice stickers you can be able to use for all your projects that you have. So moving on, we also looked at how we can be able to add audio. So in add audio, we can just go ahead and click on audio, and we looked at all the different sounds and effects that are offered in CapCut. So you can go ahead, use all these sounds. We can also be able to extract a sound from a video. So you just click on that sound, or you click on the video, and you should be able to import the sound of that video. And you can always go ahead, use a voiceover. Remember, just press and hold the microphone button, and you should be able to record a voiceover for your video. Besides looking at the audio, we also look at the overlay feature. So overlay feature, we're basically adding a photo or a video on top of another photo or a video. So just click on overlay, and you should be able to add
a photo, for example, you should be able to add a photo for your own use. So you can go ahead, add a photo, and you can edit it to your liking. You can see you can edit this to your liking, and we can also use overlay to add an effect to our background. So you can see right now I can choose all these type of features to add the effect in the background. You can see right now there's an effect in the background, so you can see you can just add this effect for your background and you can be able to use this feature. You can always add a video or a photo on top of another video, so you can add as many overlays as you prefer. And we also looked at the split and trim feature, so you can be able to split your video by clicking on split, and you can be able to split your video into different sections that you can be able to use, or you can also split and trim the video by adjusting the boundaries of each clip that you have in your workspace. We also looked at the effects, the different effects and filters that we have in CapCut. So we have different effects that we can be able to use. We have all sorts of different video effects. You just click on the effect that you want to use and you should be able to see that effect work in hand in your project. We also look at facial effects. These are effects that work well with the face. So if you have any pictures, portrait pictures that you have, you can always go ahead and use some of these for your pictures. We also looked at the filters. So there are all sorts of filters that we can be able to use. So just select the filter that you want to use, and then once you like that filter, just go ahead and use that filter for your project. We also looked at the adjust. So adjust, you can be able to adjust the brightness, the contrast, the saturation, the temperature, exposure, sharpness of your video. So you can just go ahead and set all these up for your video to your liking. So you can set them up to your preference, and once you adjust them to your correct settings, and then you can be able to go ahead and use that feature for your video. We also looked at the exporting feature. So in the exporting feature, you can be able to export your video and share it to social media. And you can also, before you export, you can always go ahead and change the resolution of your video. So you can change the resolution to your video, but I advise you not to change any resolution. But if you want your video to be in 4K, you can go ahead and change your resolution to 4K, but usually we keep it at 1080p. And you can also change the frame rate per second. You can increase it to 60 frames per second, or you can leave it to the normal 30 frames per second. So usually the default is 30 frames per second. So you can go ahead and adjust the frame rate, and you can also turn on the HDR feature, and you should be able to use this if you want an HDR video. So you go ahead, click on the export feature on the right upper corner, and once the exporting is done to 100%, automatically the video is saved into your mobile device, and you can also share it to all your social media platforms. So you can share it either on your TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, and all sorts of social media platforms that you have. So this is all the features that we looked at in our CapCut. You can go ahead, edit all your videos that you have. So if let's say you're doing vlog videos, you can go ahead, use CapCut, create all vlog videos. If you're using for TikTok or Reels in Instagram, you can go ahead and use this feature for you to be able to use to create all your different cool projects that you have. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much.